Welcome back to Trailer Park Cookin'. I'm Genie B Delishus, and today we're going to be making fried ramen noodles. I used to make this recipe for my kids all the time and they love it. Let's get started. So, of course, the main ingredient is ramen noodles. Doesn't matter what flavor. Garlic, onion, and of course bacon, eggs. I have egg whites right now. I like regular eggs better, but egg whites work too. Soy sauce and some salt and pepper. I have a pot that's already boiling. So the first thing you do is you get all your packages open and take your ramen noodles out. So, ramen noodles in the boiling water. We're going to watch them carefully because we don't want them to get too much cooked. We don't want them to be hard cooked. And then when they're separated and finished, we're going to rinse them in cold water and set them aside. While those are starting to cook, we're going to take our bacon and onion and chop it up. You can use any kind of meat you want, but this is my favorite. Bacon. I'm going to throw the bacon in this pan right here. I'm going to check these again. Looks like they're separating nicely. They're almost ready to take out. They're just barely cooking. We want them to separate enough, but we don't want them too soft. You know how like when the ramen noodle opens up, it's like really tight and then it opens up and it starts to fall apart? That's what we're looking for. Remember I said to rinse it with cold water. Well, that's to stop the cooking process. I do that so that they don't continue to cook. And then once they're rinsed with the cold water, I set the noodles aside. Just bring that pan back over here and set it right on top. We've got our bacon that's chopped up in there. We're going to chop up our onion. Depending on the size that you like. Medium slices for me. We're going to cook the bacon and the onion together. So what do? Is I put the knife on top of the garlic cloves. I set it on top, and then I give it the old smusheroo. And look at what it does. It smushes it right out of its shell, so you don't have to sit there and try to peel it all out. Cut up our garlic, nice and fine. That looks good enough. I don't mind a big piece of garlic here and there. I like garlic. I want the bacon and the onions to cook together, and then I'm just going to drain that grease off of it when it's done. So this big pan right here, I'm going to throw some olive oil in the pan. You know, just a dab or so. Of course, you got to be careful when you're camping because fires can be really hot and that bacon grease doesn't take much to catch on fire. I'm kind of obsessed with fire lately, especially after what happened a few shows ago. I forget sometimes. Noodles are nice and cool and they're stuck together. I'm going to throw some soy sauce over the top of it. And you just let the soy sauce sit there and sizzle until you don't hear it sizzling anymore. And then you just sprinkle a little tiny bit of the seasoning on the top. We're using a little bit of oriental and a little bit of chicken. drain the grease to the bottom of this. My little trick is you find the edge of the pan, put it all up on one side like this, and all the grease is going to drain down here that you don't want to use. And then when it's down there, then I just take a napkin and stick it in the bottom of the pan and soak up all the grease. Let me get some napkins here. In the meantime, come over here and stir this up. It just saves time like that, and then you can throw it in the trash just like that. I'm going to scoop up the mixture with my little slotted whatever this is. It's my favorite cooking utensil, and I'm sure it's made for salads, but I don't know, it works good for this. Yummy, crispy bacon and onion. Onions, I think, are partially caramelized. But then when you add it to this, it's like the simplest meal ever. It doesn't take too long. The hardest part is actually cooking the onion and the bacon. You can see they're starting to get like this caramelized look onto the ramen noodles. That means it's like ready to be eaten. And if it's not salty enough for you, I might just add a little bit more soy sauce to it. Again, listen for that sizzle. Leave it where it is. Starting to cook away. And I just make a little hole in the middle of the pan. Just like that. And then I take a little bit of, turn the heat down because eggs don't like high heat. Take a little bit of more oil, like we don't have enough oil in here. Put it in the center. Throw a little bit of the egg whites in the middle. So instead of fried rice, you have fried ramen noodles. And then just stir them up, and then when it looks like they're almost done cooking, then start bringing in your ramen noodles. We're ready to put it on a plate. Like I said, my kids love this dish. Fried ramen noodles instead of fried rice. I'll get myself a fork here. I'm gonna let it cool down just a little bit. It's really hot. You got your seasoning packets on the side, so if you want to add a little bit more seasoning to it if it's not seasoned enough. I want to get a piece of the bacon, a little bit of the egg. Yummy. Mmm. Crispy ramen noodles. Bacon. Eggs. It's like the best breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Mmm. I love my ramen noodles fried. You can put anything in there you want them to, or what you want them to have. Any kind of meat you like. I prefer bacon. Join us next time for another great recipe. Bye, y'all.